All right, everybody. I want to welcome you, no matter where you are in the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Team Elite TV number 21. Can you guys believe it?
Yes!
Awesome.
Oh
I'm so
yeah,
excited.
21 and we're going strong.
That's right, man. Team Elite TV is 21 episodes old now, so I guess that means Team Elite TV can drink. Okay, I'm silly. I know. All right, let me introduce you guys to my incredible co-hosts, some of our top leaders from around the world, Jades and Pearl executives. So let's start in the lovely island of Jamaica, celebrating independence last week. Way to go, emancipation. That's what it's all about. Freedom, which is not free, by the way. Let's start with our Jade executive, Kimberly Davis. Say hi to everybody, Kim.
Hi, everybody. Another Sunday, another date. I'm always excited. I'm excited to see the growth of Team Elite, and we're at episode number 21. Amazing, and I look forward to an amazing episode.
Way to go, Kim. Let's go to the other side of Jamaica and let's take it to our Pearl executive in Jamrock, Nick Malcolm.
Yeah man, welcome to Team Elite episode 21. We're gonna rock this, stay tuned, and never run out of prospect. Yeah
Awesome.
man.
Loving the hat, Nick. That's a good look on you, man.
Oh yeah.
You're like a Jamaican Tiger Woods.
For real.
Awesome, awesome. Let's bring it back to the United States to go as far south Texas as we can go. South Texas, also known as North Mexico, the Rio Grande Valley. We've got one of our brand new, exciting Pearl executives, Doris Lopez. Doris, say hi to everybody.
Hi, welcome to Team Elite TV 21. I am so excited to be here and get ready to find out how to never run out of prospects, guys. You got to stay excited.
Awesome. Hey, Doris, I'm going to give you a new nickname. I know I've given you a few already. But since you're Doris Lopez, not Jennifer Lopez, we're going to start calling you D-Lo.
D-Lo, I like that. Okay, cool.
You're going to like it.
That's
That
a
works.
good one.
That works.
All right, well, everybody, we're going to go ahead and jump in. We are actually pre-recording today's episode. I'm actually out in California with my family in Los Angeles. My son is rocking it at this dance competition out here. And we wanted to make sure that we continue to serve the team. We don't use excuses around here because we learned a long time ago you can either make excuses or make money. So we're not canceling Team Elite TV for nothing. We're going to actually pre-record it so that everybody all around the world can watch it. So I just want to first of all say thank you to these three champions for adjusting their schedule to be on with us for the recording and congratulate everybody else who's watching it, for watching the recording and making sure you get your Team Elite TV fix in. So we're going to go ahead and jump in with our Team Elite TV stuff. And let's go ahead and jump in here. Start with J Party demos more. Every week on Team Elite TV, one of the things that we do is we do recognition. We like to make sure that we catch people doing the right thing, and you guys were rocking it. Hey, guys, I want to tell you this. This usually takes me just a couple of minutes. This took like an incredible amount of time because you guys had the biggest week I think you've ever had in terms of people doing the right thing and actually posting it in the group. And I want to encourage everybody, make sure you're posting it in our Facebook, our private Facebook Team Elite group. It's the most positive place on earth. Lots of encouragement there. And I want to just encourage everybody, this is your group. You can post in there, and we want you to. So let's start with some recognition. I want to congratulate the team in Jamaica. Jamaica was busy like crazy this week. Nick, you were all over the island with J parties. But I like that one on the top left there. This was a prospecting day for Nick. He packed up his bag. He got dressed up. He put on that cap, Tiger Woods, and he started going. He went to 7 beauty salons and a barbershop and a phone repair shop all in one day to speak to the owners. Good man, Nick. I mean, because
Yeah, man.
right? People who are already in business and talked to them, left them a flyer, gave them the samples, their business card, and he's going to do the follow-up. So way to go, Nick. That's why you're a Pearl, man. That's why you're going diamond. And then you can also see his J parties up there. And then we got Winnie Anderson Brown. I got to talk to you about Winnie, man. Way to go, Winnie. Look at that, right?
Winnie rocks.
Winnie rocked it this week. Okay, so she did her event at Changes Beauty Salon, which she's doing every week. But she went to visit somebody in the hospital. But even though she was visiting that person in the hospital, she didn't shut her business down. And she actually did a demo in her car with this gentleman here. So Winnie, thank you for showing us that rock star example. And then Doris, in your group here, you got this new lady in your group, Lori Lint. And it looks like you guys did her party.
Yeah, she came on board about 4 weeks ago, right before she went on vacation for 2 weeks. And she's extremely conservative, but she really saw the vision. And when she came back, she saw that she had about a little bit more than 10 people under her team, and she had done absolutely nothing. So that was very important, and that's part of the training that we do for our distributors. Every week I do a training for my team just on business things. And she got the vision. They really, when people get to see how their team is growing and it's truly a team effort, it really puts fire in their spirit to get their, get themselves going if they're afraid. Because, I feel like people get paralyzed when they get in front of the phone or they want to talk to their contacts. And so when they see that they're not doing it by themselves, it really makes a difference for them. And you know what? I didn't post 3 parties because I just run out of time. Like
wow.
we're running out of time. I didn't take pictures in 2 of them.
Well, hey, first thank you for setting both a good example and a bad example at the same time. I didn't know that was possible.
Sorry.
I'm teasing you. I'm teasing you.
That's what she does it.
But definitely keep posting because what a great example. And I really like this story because one of the things that it did is that it just just talked about how you're using that momentum that you're creating, right? So that's why it's important that the leaders keep driving the business because that fire burns up. So congratulations to Lori for getting excited. We like that table set up, Lori. You did a good job. Great J party there. But look at this, guys. I had to go to a second page. A second page. Yes. Now is that Doris, is that little Fatih up in the top doing the meeting?
Yeah, for the third presentation.
So that's so we got brand new Jade executive, Fatima Gomez, doing her first Thursday night presentation for the McAllen team, the Rio Grande Valley team. Way to go. Congratulations to you, Fatih. You're definitely a great leader, and you have great leaders around you. Up top, we've got our J party, one of our J parties in Guam, Josette Pacetes, Pearl executive. She's a fireball. She never stops. Her leadership is so on point. And then down at the bottom, I love this little work session that you guys had. It was Doris and Dr. Matthews and Owen Leach and Dr. Hertha Leach. And who is that in the picture with you, Doris?
That's Dr. Alexander.
So
she was at the
Alexander.
Yeah, she was at the GP dinner, the luncheon.
Oh, that's right. I met Dr. Alexander.
Yes, you did. Yes.
Okay, great. So look at that, guys. I mean, the leader, this team, the Sapphire, is out of town. Marcia and Onawa are in Canada, but the team is rallying together and just getting the strategy, making their calls. Way to go. And you know what? The leader, Marcia, she wasn't sleeping, man. She's up there in Mississauga, Canada, doing a J party at Ethan Allen Furniture Store, right? Yeah. So, I mean, this we could stop the call here. This is the whole training. What is the point of this? Right. The point is, folks, you just got to be on your game. You got to be in it to win it. I think Nick posted that somewhere that you got to be in the game in order to win. I'm not sure if it was
That's
Nick
right.
or something, but you got to be in it, and that's what these folks are showing. They're in it. They're out there talking to people, kicking up dust, and that's how stuff happens. For all the folks who are sitting at home waiting for success to just come to their house and sit on their lap, you will be waiting a long time. You're going to have to get in the game like these folks, okay? I want to congratulate our top leaders. We got Carl Newsom from Barbados, way to go. Pearl executive Raquel Marinas Gerardo in Houston and on Rosette's team has dominated this list week after week. Way to go. Houston, she recruited 2 people this week. Dave Chappelle in Toronto recruited somebody in the Philippines. Eric McClendon in Virginia. Dr. Giselle Matthews, I think she enrolled Dr. Alexander this week down in the valley. Doris leading by example. Look at these pearls on this list. Raquel, Doris, Nick, right? All recruiting people. And then look at that last guy. Somebody say my name.
T.Gray.
T.Gray, H-Town. New person myself this week. Why? Never, ever stop. Thank you guys for the recognition.
Congrats, man.
I appreciate you. By the way, did you feel it? I hope so. Anyway, new executives. We have Kimberly Davis created a new executive in Jamaica. Ariane Pearl, proud of you.
Go Kimberly.
The best in the game there.
Go,
And Raquel Gerardo helped B-Boy Lee Ang in the Philippines become a new executive.
Go, Raquel. You go, Raquel.
Yes. Hey, Nick, we're rocking it worldwide, dude. You see this?
Most definitely, man.
Jamaica, Philippines, I mean, just Barbados, just everywhere, right? United States. And, hey, this is Doris, D-Lo, this is for you.
Champion Pearl.
Yay!
Ain't nobody.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't
We
nobody
gotta go
got time
Ruby
for that.
now. I like how
That's
Ruby
right.
looked on me.
But D-Lo, seriously, hold on a second. Let's look at this glamour shot here. What's up with
I
the
love it.
the shoulder?
That was my youngest daughter is 3. She's gonna be 4, and well, she's 3.5, and that was literally that Sunday before she was born. I wanted a photo shoot with my last tummy that I was ever gonna have, and so we took these pictures outside, and I just have always loved that. So I've used that for a long time now.
Well, it's
And
it's a good shot.
yeah, that-
D-Lo. It's a glamour shot, and Pearl looks good on you, and we can't wait to see Diamond. All right, awesome.
yes.
All right, let's go to some more highlights. I want to congratulate one of our Pearl executives, Jamie Lee St. John, Dr. Jamie Lee St. John in Barbados.
Go, Jamie.
Champion Doctor. The Barbados Queen. Oh, yeah.
She
A
launched
pound looks good off of you, baby.
She launched her body program a week ago. She's down 8 pounds, 3 inches off her waist, an inch off her lower belly, half an inch off her upper arm. Jamie, we appreciate you leading the charge and showing the rest of us the way. I am inspired. So good job, Jamie. And the other thing is, if you look at the right side of that, I want to encourage everybody to watch last week's Team Elite TV episode number 20, which is Stay Motivated. We started out, we were going to do Stay Motivated and Never Run Out of Prospects, and we decided to split the two up. But look at that, 273 views, making that one of our most watched ever episodes of Team Elite TV. People definitely.
Woohoo!
And you know, Marcia Terry, Sapphire, when she watched it a day after because she was traveling. She said, everybody's got to watch it, right? And even Jesse Frazier, he watched it on the 11th, and he was like, look at this. He's like, he came out of this with favorite sayings, right? MDK, you guys remember MDK?
I was trying to remember what
Death
that was.
kill.
His murder, death, kill. We were talking about watching the news, right? So,
Oh, yeah.
that one.
I was trying to figure out what that was.
Murder, death, kill, and then ain't nobody got time for that off of your T-shirt. But I love what he said. He says he's looking forward to getting back in the groove, and that's really what last week was about. Just helping people find their, get their groove back, helping Stella get her groove back in her Janesh groove back, so that we could keep rocking it. So apparently, folks needed that. Let's keep promoting that episode and get more people watching that. Another thing that people got a huge benefit from is the T.Gray interview on Sock Talk. So I encourage you guys, take a screenshot or write this URL down and listen to this interview. It's a training in of itself. Lots of great feedback. On the right side of the screen, you're seeing the Team Elite TV Google Plus page. And look at that, over 5,000 views.
Nice.
That's major, guys. That's major. That means that, Team Elite TV, it's working. It's making a difference for people. And I just want to encourage everybody, make sure that you are watching it. But look at that. You guys see that? 5,000 views, but only 49 followers. We have so much room for improvement. let's make sure that we show our team how to connect with Team Elite TV
Follow the page.
and how to follow the page, okay?
Okay.
All right.
We definitely have to work on that, T.
Cool. We appreciate you guys. You guys are the leaders. You make stuff happen, so we appreciate you. By way of encouragement, the Million Dollar Morning community and movement launched on Monday of last week, and it is rocking. We had over 100 people like the page on the first day. I want to encourage everybody to be a part of this. Million Dollar Morning is not a Jeunesse thing. It's a life thing, okay? So we don't promote any particular companies or anything on that. But really what it's about is helping people take their life and their business and their family and everything that they want to do to the next level by getting up early enough to make things happen. We're teaching people a routine in the morning, to meditate, to visualize, to plan, to exercise, and to get the right fuel in their body to be successful. We've got a 28-day challenge. You can start any day you want. Doesn't matter. It's not that if you didn't start with us on Monday, you're not behind. It's designed that you start it when you start it, and it's really been a blessing. Hey Kim, you've been one of the most vocal posters about this. Real quick, 2 sentences. What are you getting out of Million Dollar Morning?
Just a refresh time that you just spend with yourself to gather your thoughts, to think about where you are, where you want to go. I mean, just getting up before everybody's up and getting your morning routine out of the way to focus on things that are really important for me. It has been a time where I can do more personal development, more listening to more of Jim Rohn, listening to more of Tony Robbins, listening to more of things that will uplift me. So it has been a blessing for me. I look forward. I'm day 7 today, and I am totally excited about MDM 28.
Great job. And you know, it's really cool. A couple of cool things watching your progress on this. You know, it was cool to see how on your first day you discovered that by getting up early, you put 2 extra hours in your day, and that was powerful. I mean, people feel so rushed and crushed for time, but if you would just get up earlier and start a routine, you could find some more time that way. And also, Kim, we just appreciated you sharing your struggles. You know, the days that it was hard to do it, and the days that the exercise and stuff was hard, but you did it anyway. And we just love to see your progress. So everybody, let's be part of this. Let's encourage your friends, your coworkers, your church mates, everybody. You know, even the folks who didn't want to get in your business, no problem. Let's get them part of Million Dollar Morning. Maybe run your business down the road. You never know. We've got some events to promote real quick. 80/20/365 is coming up, August 28th through 30. Our Diamond Director, Adam Jensen Gilmer, will be back from the Philippines to lead this along with myself. $99. Register now. Do not miss this event. It'll help you take your life to a whole nother level. We've got Expo Unite coming up in Singapore, September 11th through 13th. That's going to be a massive event. Congratulations to everybody who won their ticket. And there's $250,000 of giveaways, including a Mercedes-Benz E-Class luxury sedan. I'd love to see somebody on Team Elite, you know, with the Mercedes. And then we've got November 13th through 15th, the Jeunesse Convention of the Americas in Orlando. That's going to be major as well. Shoot for Sapphire in North America is still going. It ends at the end of August, so let's make sure that we rock that. $6,000 bonus on the table, plus a free airline ticket to Singapore Expo 6. You got to hit the volume. You got to hit Sapphire. Go watch Team Elite TV episode 15, and you will get all the details. And you can find that on our TeamEliteSuccess.com website under training, under Team Elite TV. And Shoot for Sapphire Africa began on August 1. That goes August and September. So we'd love to see our team members in Team Elite Nigeria and Ghana and other places in Africa achieving Sapphire and getting an extra $6,000 for achieving the volume that goes with it. All right, you guys ready for our training topic?
Ready?
Yes.
All right, that was a lot of stuff there. So let's go ahead and jump in. And we're going to talk about how to never run out of prospects. This is a really big, important topic, you know, because what happens is people, who will start working their warm market. You teach people to work their warm market, to talk to the people that you know, to go through your phone. You know, for example, I got a new couple that I enrolled, and I did their game plan this morning, and I taught them to go through their phone and make a list. And I shared with them, you want to make a list of like 200 people at least, because that's your capital. And businesses go out of business because they're undercapitalized. But we've got all sorts of people who will go through that list, and you know, they'll say, okay, well, I'm through with that list. What do I do now? Or people who've been in the network marketing industry for a while. They're coming from other companies, and they're like, okay, well, I've talked to everybody that I know. What do I do next? And that's what Never Run Out of Contacts is all about. We're going to show you today how you can never, ever, ever run out of contacts, okay? So I'm just going to jump in, and guys, I'm going to move quick, and then what I'm going to do is I'll come back to you at the end of the training, and you guys will be able to add your 2 cents and talk about what you do to keep from running out of contacts, okay? Does that work for you as a game plan?
Yes, it works.
All right, cool. So I'm just going to jump through. I'll do this training. You guys can watch the video over and over again. But the first thing that you can do so that you never run out of contacts is resolve your list. And this is something that, frankly, amateurs in the industry don't do, right? They will talk to everybody once, but they will never, very, very rarely do they actually see people through to a decision and even go back to those people who say no or not now. So the first thing I want to share with you is that when you go through that list, you want to move everybody to a resolution. Each person, you want to be able to account for each person on your list as to whether they became a business partner, whether they became a customer, or whether they are what we call a cheerleader, somebody who didn't want to be a customer or business partner, but they're going to be a source of positive energy, okay? And what you want to do is you want to be able to answer to your coach and show your coach your list. Hey, here's all the people that I talked to, and here's where they ended up, okay? And everybody who becomes a customer and everybody who becomes a cheerleader, well, that's not the end of the road. You want to make sure that you keep following up with them every 3 to 6 months. So, for example, as far as this couple that I did their game plan this morning, let's suppose that out of 200 people, let's suppose only 20 join their business. Well, the other 180, they're not done. They're just prospects for later now. And you follow up with those people every 3 to 6 months, bringing them something new each time. And what's cool about Jeunesse is there's always something new. There's a new announcement. There's Instantly Ageless was on Rachel Ray, and then Instantly Ageless is on Inside Edition. Those both represent opportunities to go back to people. Or there's an announcement. We do $120 million in a month. That's an opportunity to go back to your customers and your cheerleaders and give them another shot at joining the business. You see, one of the key concepts to remember is that everybody who says yes, they say yes when it's the right time for them. And that right time is 12 o'clock. Let's call it 12 o'clock. So when people don't join your business, it just simply means it's not 12 o'clock in their life yet, Nick. Right? You know, everybody's 12 o'clock is different. You can't make it 12 o'clock for them. All you can do is make sure that you're around when it's 12 o'clock. Because guess what happens when you don't follow up with people who say no or not no for now? When 12 o'clock comes around, they actually do join. But they join somebody else's business, or worse, somebody else's company. Right? Have you guys ever had it where somebody who was on your list who told you no, at some point down the road, they join another company? And you see them posting it on Facebook, right, Doris?
Yes.
You know what happened?
You took a long time to do a follow-up, so that's the reason.
Right. You kind of lost track of them, right? But can I give you an example of somebody who, when it was 12 o'clock, they joined my business, and I'm really glad that I stayed with them?
Yes.
Anybody know a little fireball Pearl executive in Jeunesse by the name of Rosette Pacetes?
Yes.
Right? I was in my previous company for 5.5 years, and I just kept trying to recruit Rosette, and she wouldn't join, and she wouldn't join, and she even joined a company or two in between there, but I stayed with her and I stayed with her. And you know what? Guess when it was 12 o'clock? It was 12 o'clock when we joined Jeunesse. That was the time. You know, if I would have gave up on her and said, oh, she's just never going to say yes, then she wouldn't be in my business. And she might have joined Jeunesse, but with somebody else. So that's an example, guys, of why you stay with people through to resolution. And every few months, you circle back with them to see if it's 12 o'clock. Okay? So that's the first way to never run out of prospects. Just keep reworking your existing list and circling back to the people who don't join you initially. But the next way to never run out of prospects is to always be adding to your list. You see, when people say they run out of people, for me, that's the craziest thing that I've ever heard in my life. Because the one thing that I know about people is that when God started making people, he made a lot of them. And new people turn 18 every single day. It's like, how do you run out of people? Where do you live? Like in a deserted island by yourself? Or in a cave? Like you never go to the grocery store with your kids' events? You don't go to church? You don't go outside your house? There's people everywhere. So it's not possible to run out of people because all you have to do is just keep meeting new people, and when you meet new people, you add them to your list, right? So where do you meet new people? Work stuff,
Yeah, so true.
stuff, right? Social stuff. Or you could do like Nick and just go out and meet new people intentionally.
Yeah.
I mean, who's got kids? I mean, Doris.
So true, T. Because
Go ahead, Nick. I'm sorry.
yes, sports helps you to expand your contact list as well, you know. Especially when you're bonding with people. Yeah, it creates that synergy and people tend to trust you more at that time because when you start bonding, it's an aspect of you playing sports together. It helps you basically to get the team synergy and the respect from other people in that light. So that people you can build your business with those prospects where you meet on a daily basis. If you go to the football game, you go to the tennis court, wherever you go, you basically meet people every day. And being a part of the activity, then people want to trust you more, most definitely.
Nick, I got to ask you a very important question. When you say football, do you mean soccer?
Oh, yeah, soccer.
I'm teasing. That's a worldwide
Yes,
debate,
soccer.
right? Americans want to
Jamaica plays soccer. Football is your country.
All right, cool. So Nick is dead on. We're meeting new people. We're bonding with people. And so I just want to teach you. I don't really have a lot today because for me, this is a simple topic. You just have to be conscious of it. The first part is to keep reworking your existing list. And the second is to keep adding new people to your list by, when you meet people and bond with people like Nick said. Now, the big question everybody has, though, is how do I do that? Like, how do I add people to my list? And I want to teach you a technique that has been really good. I learned it and worked well for me, and everybody who learns this, it works well for them. And it's called make a friend, get a phone number. All right, make a friend, get a phone number. One of the hardest things about meeting new people is that people, what they do when you're a rookie or when you're an amateur and you're meeting new people, you kind of think I gotta recruit these people, and that's not the intent. The intent is not to recruit them. So let me take the pressure completely off of you, and your intent is simply to make a friend. You're like Nick said, bond, right? Make a friend, get their contact information, and then you can come back and you can recruit and prospect and all of that kind of cool stuff. So I want to show you a simple technique. I want to show you what that looks like, and I promise you it's something that absolutely everybody can do, okay? So you want to start conversations, right? And the way you start a conversation is you start a conversation with a sincere compliment. So for example, let's keep picking on Nick for a second. Let's suppose that I met Nick at Starbucks, and I see Nick and I'm like, hey, man, that's a cool cap. I like your hat, right? That's it. That's all it takes to start a conversation, Or maybe you know, I meet Kim in Starbucks and she's dressed up, and I say, hey, you know what? You look really good. I mean, are you like in sales or something? You know, something like that. Or maybe she's wearing some nice shoes. You know, and by the way, I want to teach all the guys how to give a compliment without getting yourself in trouble. Whether you have a wife or not, this is what you say. Those are some really great shoes. My wife is into shoes. Where did you get those? Okay? And that way you can start a conversation with the woman without her feeling like you might be hitting on them or something like that. Okay? But you just start a conversation with a sincere compliment, right? Now, the next thing you want to do is you want to get them talking about their favorite topic and keep them talking about their favorite topic. Hey guys, what's everybody's favorite topic?
Themselves, their family.
Exactly, themselves, their life, right? Guess what they don't really want to hear about?
You.
You, right? So you keep that to yourself, right? So you get everybody talking about their favorite topic. Let me demonstrate that. So I meet Doris in the supermarket, and she's got a shopping cart full of groceries, and you've got kids cereal in there, right? What is kids cereal? Stuff like Fruit Loops, you know, those little fruity, colorful type cereals. And so she's got that in her cart, and I'll say to her something like, "Hey, how old are your kids?" I said, "We got our favorite cereal in there, Fruit Loops." Conversation has now begun, right? And Doris is going to tell me what? Oh, I've got 7 kids. I'm like, 7? Wow, you look amazing for somebody who's got 7 kids. How old are your kids? And she's going to say, well, they range from 3 years old to 10 years old. I'm like, wow, I bet that keeps you really busy. She goes, yeah. I said, well, what do? You must be like really rich, because if you're going to feed 7 kids, you got to make a lot of money. So what do? You guys see how this is going?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's simple, okay? Now, the key to that is to listen more than you talk, right? And by the way, if you, in this conversation that Doris and I are going to have in the supermarket checkout line, it's probably going to last maybe 5 minutes, because we're definitely in the long line because she's got a full cart, right? So we're in the long line, and it's going to take us about 5 minutes to have this conversation. She's going to do 90% of the talking. I'm going to do 10, but she's going to walk away saying that guy's a brilliant conversation.
Right.
Does that make sense? People love it when you listen to it. So listen more than you talk, okay? Now, the next point is this. Don't make it about you or what you do, because this conversation is not about who?
You.
Not about you, okay? So I asked her, I said, what do you do that you can feed all these kids? And she's going to tell me, she goes, well, I'm in sales, I'm in marketing, I do these different things. And what is the natural question that people ask when you ask them what do they do? They ask you, what do you do?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right?
Of course.
Now,
right.
This conversation is not about me, so watch what I say. Now, by the way, amateurs are going to use this as an opportunity to pitch. They're just waiting for the person to say, what do you do? So they can say, oh, I'm in this company called Janess, and we got Instantly Ageless, and we have Luminess, and we have Zen, and we did $120 million, and we're all over the world, and we're the #1 company in network marketing, and if you don't get started in this company, you're crazy. Can I send you 20 videos right now?
And then I don't want to talk to you anymore.
And nobody talk to you, right? Because you didn't want to hear any of that.
Right.
You really don't care what I do. You just ask that question because it's polite.
Yes.
Okay? So watch how I handle it. He says, so what do you do? I say, oh, I'm in marketing. But tell me, you said you're in sales. What kind of sales are you in? So I answered the question, and then I asked the question. Because whoever's asking the questions is doing what? Controlling the conversation.
Controlling the conversation.
Right? So I turn it back by asking questions. And if she says, oh, you're in marketing, what do you market? I'll say, oh, I market different things, including some wellness products. But what made you decide to get into sales?
You're controlling again.
How I turn the conversation back?
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to take the bait. Now is not the time to talk. And even if Doris is genuinely interested, I mean, how good of a presentation can I do in 5 minutes in the supermarket line?
Can't.
Right?
Right.
So I also want to control the circumstances under which I educate Doris about my opportunity. And that supermarket line is not it. So I'm going to hold back. Okay? So that's why it says here, no pitching unless absolutely appropriate. Absolutely appropriate might be that we're at a business networking mixer and she says, hey, you know what? I'm looking for a network marketing company. You wouldn't happen to be in network marketing, would you? Okay, and now I'm going to talk about what we do. Right? But anything short of that type of a blatant invitation, I'm going to leave it alone. And I'm going to continue to ask questions to steer or control the conversation. So again, I want to remind everybody what it says under the picture here. Every good conversation starts with listening. Okay. Now, part 2 to make a friend get a phone number is this. Don't overstay the conversation. What does that mean? It means that you want to leave them wanting more, right? So Doris and I are talking. I'm kind of watching the line. I don't want to be trying to talk to her while she's putting her groceries on the conveyor belt, right? So I'm going to watch that so I can start to end the conversation, right? So here's how I end the conversation, whether it's supermarket with Doris or Starbucks with Nick or Kim. I'm going to do something like this, okay? Am I still on?
Yeah.
Doris, can you still hear me? Nick, can you still hear me?
Yeah, at least.
Okay, good, because I'm traumatized after last week. Y'all got me good when I dropped off. So, okay. I'm feeling concerned. All right, so here's how you end the conversation. You say something like this. Hey, well, Doris, it was great to meet you today in the supermarket. Your turn's coming up real soon. So I just, for me, I just like to meet and stay in contact with positive people who are about something. You're clearly that kind of person. So, I mean, I'd love to, kind of add you to my network and stay in touch. Here's my information. What's yours? See how that goes? I may say, Nick, you know what, man? Hey, listen, I see that you're clearly about some things, man. You're definitely going places. I like to stay in contact with positive and professional people who are have a success mindset, who are really going someplace. That seems like kind of person that you are. Let's stay in contact. I'm going to add you to my network, okay? Here's my phone number. What's yours? That's how
we do the exchange.
Is that simple, and that's when we do the exchange, right? And I initiate the exchange by offering my information first, because guess what? People love to reciprocate, right? So that's why you offer your information, because people like to give it back to you. The same way when you ask a person what do, they want to ask you. It's because we're just trained to reciprocate. So I offer my information, and that makes you offer yours. You're like, okay, great, and now I'm going to get yours. Now, Nick, let's suppose you give me your business card. Right, and let's suppose you work a job, which you do, you work at a bank, and the phone number on there is your business number. Let me show you how I get your mobile number. I say, oh, okay, cool, great, that's awesome, it's good. I see you work here at the bank. Is this your office number? Yeah. I say, well, Nick, if I wanted to reach you outside of your home and outside of your work, what would be the best number to reach you?
And I give you my next number.
You got to give me your next number, right? You got to give me that mobile number, because I said outside of home, outside of work. There's only one other. I'm not so forward as to say, hey, give me your cell phone number. But if I ask the way that I asked, 100% of the time, I get the mobile number. Okay? What's the if I wanted to reach you outside of work and outside of home, what would be the best number to get? Okay? Now, here's what I'm going to do. I made a friend. I got a phone number. So now I'm going to follow up either the same day or the next day. So for example, Nick, you and I, we met at Starbucks. I got your information. You went your way. I went my way. Now, later on that day, I can call you and say, hey, Nick, this is T.Gray calling. How you doing? We met at Starbucks earlier today. Remember, I'm the guy who complimented you on your cap. And you go, yeah. It was good to meet you, man.
Man, that's it, man.
I say, hey, listen, Nick, I'm sorry. I apologize for not thinking about this when we were talking. I want to run something by you. And now we can talk about Janess. See how that goes? Same thing with Doris. Hey, Doris, this is T. Maybe I call Doris the next day. Hey, Doris, this is T.Gray. We met at the supermarket. Remember, I'm the guy, we were talking about the cereal. You go, yeah. Hey, you know what, Doris, my apologies for not thinking about this when we were talking. But I want to run something by you, and so people will say, well, what do you say next? I can say, well, my partners and I are expanding a business in this marketplace. And we're looking for sharp, professional people who have room in their bank account for a couple of extra dollars. Nick,
I like that one.
if I could show you a way to make some more money, Nick, if I could show you a way to make some more money, Doris, and it did not interfere with what you were doing, would you watch a few videos to see what it's all about?
Yeah.
That's it. So you can invite the person to watch videos. You can invite them, and I can invite you back to Starbucks. Hey, look, let's sit down back at Starbucks. We can meet at that same Starbucks. Give me 20 minutes. I'll show you what we do. Or you can invite them to your day party or your business opportunity meeting or a conference call that we're doing, or get them on a three-way call with your coach. But at that point in time, it should be easier because you've now developed a relationship with that person. Does that make sense?
Yes, it makes sense.
Yes.
So believe it or not, guys, that's everything I have to say about how to never run out of contacts. It's just that simple. Keep recycling the people who didn't join your business and always add to your list. So now let me turn it over to you guys, and you can share what do you do to keep from running out of contacts.
Can I speak?
Go, Doris. All you.
So, well, one of the things that I'm seeing, I have a lot of professionals in my team, but I also have some new people that have not had the opportunity to actually go out there and be as aggressive as we have been with different businesses. And so they're used to the client coming to them. And one of the things that I think is very, very powerful as we grow our teams and we get all of these new people in front of us is, you know, some of us have invested a lot of time and money in personal growth. So we're very confident about approaching people. You know, we have all these people skills, and I hear this from my team a lot. Well, you know what? It's because I wish I could, you know, be as skilled as you are or know how to talk to people. And truthfully, a lot of this has been years of investment in personal growth that has given me the confidence and has taught me. You know, we go to college. A lot of people go to college. I've never been to college, but a lot of people go to college, all these professionals, and they work on everything that they need to know for their business, right? And so then we come into this type of business, which is network marketing. This is a people business, and you know, when we're new, we obviously stumble and fall because we have never been taught a lot of the people skills. So there's a couple of things that I think is really important, and I had a conversation with Danny about this, and she's like, you know what, I mean, she's a business owner, she's amazing, but she's like, oh, I kind of get nervous, I don't know, you know, I don't speak that well. Well, there's a couple of books that I think are super powerful that have really helped me grow as a person, because, you know, if people feel like you just want their business and their money, you're going to turn them off. But if people, like you say, give a sincere compliment, right, they're going to open up the doors instead of saying, hey, you know what, I got a product that can take away your wrinkles and I don't even know you. You may insult someone. But I have the book, Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People. That's a great book for people that are very new, and we're going to get a lot of this. And I have some introverts that are extremely successful. They're brilliant. They make a lot of money, but they really are not in front of a lot of people. So I feel like this is a topic that, and it's a time where, you know, this is how we break the barriers and those stumbling blocks for our new business partners that come on board and they really want to grow and they see the vision and you know, they come on board, they sign up, and they're like, yes, and then they get in front of their phone, and then they get in front of their friends, and they freeze, right? They get paralyzed, right? And so the other one that I also use a lot, it's maximum influence, the 12 universal laws of the power of persuasion. And so for those of us that are in leadership, we know that we were not just born with this great personality and everybody wants to hear me talk. That's not true. It took years of time of me reading in the little times of 10 minutes, 5 minutes, my sleepless nights with my kids, trying to put them to sleep, and I'm reading, you know, just like if I was in college. And I feel like that is something really powerful that we need to teach our new business partners. Because, you know, on that picture, one of the pictures that you saw, where all the docs were at, you know, with Owen and Dr. Daly and Dr. Alexander and Dr. Matthews, you know, they're extremely successful. They see patients all the time, and they want to grow in our business. And we were doing that at 10:30 at night after our Thursday presentation. I was in their homes. These people are very successful. They're amazing people. I love them. They have large practices, and yet they're taking time to learn how to do this differently. And I feel like one of the things that I tell my people, we are in the people business. If people do not trust you and believe in you, you might as well hang it up. They're not going to want to talk to you about anything else. But that comes from learning the skills of how to win friends, how to listen to people, and just like you said, you know, we all want to talk about ourselves, but when we're growing in our business, we have to allow those new business partners to experience that growth. And so what I'm going to start doing is we have this maximum influence book, and normally what I like to do with the people that I work with is we go through books and we kind of do these little workshops, because it's so important. In order for them to learn how to not run out of prospects, they first need to learn how to approach the public.
I'm gonna jump in here because you hit us with some awesome stuff, and I want to make sure it doesn't get lost. So one of the first ways, everybody watching, that you can never run out of context that Doris just shared with you is by learning to speak to people, right? Becoming approachable. You got to become somebody that people want to talk to. And so Doris gave you one of the most powerful book recommendations ever, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. You've got to read and apply that book. Get the audiobook if that's what you need to do. But it's kind of like you got to start there, because what that will do is if you follow Doris's recommendation, you're going to become an approachable person. You're going to become a people magnet, and you're going to find that you won't run out of context because people will start talking to you because you'll just become magnetic. Okay. And then that second book that she recommended, Maximum Influence, is also powerful because it's going to teach you how to speak to people. Both books are going to teach you how to speak to people from a perspective of what's important to them. So many of us, and Doris, Doris, I need you to talk so that you come on the screen so people can see that.
Okay. So this is the book, Maximum Influence. Can you see it? Yes?
Yes.
And this book is amazing. Yeah. So I like to do this with my teams of people. I deal with a lot of people in my business, and I feel it's very powerful as the other one. And I like to go like chapters by chapters. And so this is something that I talk to my guys about.
That's really good. And that was my third point, right? My third point is for all the leaders, right? Take responsibility for your own business, right? Don't wait for me. Your business is your business, right? And so do things to empower and enrich your team so that they get the skills that they need. Hey, Doris, thank you so much. That was really good. That was really good. All right, let's go to Jamaica. You guys have anything that you want to add about what you do?
Oh, hi, guys.
What? Go ahead, Kim.
Okay. Got disconnected. I missed a lot of what was just said. But what I find, T.Gray, is in the whole process of meeting new people and communicating, we are so excited to share our opportunity and for people to know what we have, that we don't take the time to get to know people and genuinely get to know people. So the only thing I would say is, you know, try to get to know people, know what their needs and products. Because if we don't know, we're going around in circles, we're going to turn off that prospect. So it's important for us to know what to get relationships.
Your connection's not great, but I think I can summarize the gist of what you were trying to say, which is Kim is talking about making a genuine connection with people, right? She's basically saying make sure that in the conversation you learn to listen and that you get to understand what that person needs and what's important to them, because that's going to enable you to, again, like we just finished saying, speak to people from their perspective, and that is where the power of your persuasion is going to come from. So thank you so much for that, Kim. You definitely do that all the time. Hey, Nick, is there anything that you want to add to this conversation?
Yeah, regarding that, never running out of prospect, we must always try to create a new warm marketplace where we basically can approach other people, as we had said earlier on, where we don't discriminate against anyone, we don't rule out anyone, where we're trying to create that new contact list or that new market. And as we said before, there are ways where we can expand this contact list, join a club, we attend investment meetings, attend any social events, fitness club, or go to a party, whatever, and we can help to build those contact lists. And not only that, most time we tend to run out of contact and we get frustrated. There's no need to get frustrated, because now we can create that warm marketplace where we basically meet new people, as we said before, and we much better, and more people would value us and find something that word meaningful, and they don't get nervous talking to us. As we said, we have built a rapport with them.
Nick, that's good stuff there too. I hope everybody took notes on what you were saying. So part of never running out of context is doing what Nick just said. Put yourself in situations where you can meet the right people. Nick talked about going to mixers like investment meetings, professional clubs, networking groups, even just going to the gym and working out and being friendly to the people around you. All of those type of things will give you the opportunity to meet new people. And Nick also said, don't discriminate against people. So there's something called the 3-foot rule in network marketing, which is anybody who comes within 3 feet of you, start a conversation with them. Try that and watch what happens. So, folks, everybody who was watching, I really hope that this training helps you to never run out of contacts. I hope that we gave you just a whole bunch of ideas that will put new energy and new life into your business. And like Nick said, help you to not be so frustrated. You don't have to be frustrated, okay? And by the way, if you're frustrated, go back and watch Team Elite TV number 20. We'll show you how not to be frustrated and how to stay motivated. That's right. That's a little shameless plug. Call it a commercial, whatever you want to call it, all right? So, hey, everybody, as we wrap up this call, I want to let you know that we are now in the home stretch for Project 5000. We've got conference calls, 15-minute conference calls. We call them Summer Sizzle Call presentations, Monday through Friday every week, twice a day. We want to make sure that we re-energize those and get people using them as we make a run for the last 2 weeks. We don't want to peter out and fall short of the goal. We want to run through the tape. So leaders, I'm calling for all leaders to help re-energize that effort as we push to add new people to the team. Make sure you're adding them to our Facebook groups. And let's really charge hard, everybody, to make this one of our biggest weeks ever. You guys did that last week. It was awesome. Let's see if we can top it this week. Congratulations, guys. That wraps Team Elite TV number 21. You go, guys.
Yes.
Awesome.
We got this.
All right, goodbye, everyone. Thanks for staying tuned.
We're going for Sapphire.
All right, shoot for Sapphire, everybody. Let's rock and roll. We'll see you guys. Team Elite TV. Yeah.